Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. As you can tell by the title of this video, it's a little bit of a special video. So let me jump right in. As many of you know who follow AKPatterns or Athina Cacao, sorry, pronounced her name wrong, but here on YouTube, you know that she is the creator and owner of AKPatterns, and so this month's release is the Kimberly dress, which was named after me, which I'm so humble about, and not gonna gush over that piece of it at all. You can read more about and learn more about the Kimberly dress, and there was a little she asked me to provide a little bit of a bio type thing, so that is, as with all the patterns, there is a little bio in there. So I was very humble and grateful. Thank you so much, Athina, for even thinking about me to name a pattern after me. So I greatly appreciate it. So before I get into the review, for those who don't know, there is a 10% off the Kimberly dress through Monday. Today is Sunday. That you're seeing this video, and also 40% off of some of her other patterns. So I'll pop up pictures of that information here, and also I will link down below the introduction of the Kimberly dress that was done for through AKPatterns here on YouTube, and I'll link that video below or up here in the iCard. Either way, they'll be in both places. So let's get into this pattern. First of all, before she even asked me, she had sent out the information about the Kimberly dress, and I was like, oh, that is so me, so my style, something I would wear to church or work or something like that. So I was like, totally something I can do, and I needed, you know, more dresses. So had no problem with testing, but then when she asked me about naming it after me, that was a whole nother ball game. So at any rate, there are two versions to the dress, and hopefully I'm scoot over far enough, you'll see the two versions here. There is a short sleeve and a long sleeve version. There is a V-neck in the front, and let me just describe to you the description. The Kimberly dress is a gorgeous dress intended for woven non-stretch fabrics. It has a soft V-neck and a half circle skirt with a panel at the bottom. The design includes optional pockets and an optional tie belt. And so what you will see in my versions, I actually did the tie belts for both of them, and I did the panels for both of them. And once I knew the testing was coming up for the dress, I actually went to Joann's because I didn't have anything in my stash that I really wanted to use. And so I went to Joann's just looking at different fabrics. And I mentioned this before, but Joann Fabrics has a section, and for those who don't know, who are here in the United States, there is a section. It's very small, so you have to look for it, and depends on your Joann's how the layout. But in the quilting area, there is what's known as wide, extra wide fabric. So it's usually between 108 112 inches wide, and so that's the fabric that I bought, because you obviously would use much less. Typically we look for me, I typically look for between 55 and 60 inch wide fabric, especially for anything that calls for a circle skirt of any sort. Always look for a 60-inch wide fabric, but I went to that section because typically they have some pretty decent designs over there. Don't look too quilty like, but that can be used for garments, and so that's what I did. And so let me show you my versions, the adjustments. Now there have been a couple tweaks to the pattern now that it's released. All the tester information is back in, and any adjustments or to directions or anything have been made. And so for me, this has nothing to do with the pattern. This is just what I found. For those who've been following me, you know I've been really on this fit journey, and so there are certain adjustments I automatically make on any pattern because I know that it will benefit me. So if you recall, when she came out with the Lisa dress, which is the summer version of this dress, I mentioned that I needed to do a sway back adjustment and also my slope and shoulder adjustment that I did not do at that time. And so this time I did. So here's my muslin and of it, and I didn't mark it on here, but I did do the sway back. So my sway back it was about 2 3/4 inches, somewhere around there. And my sloping shoulder is always 1/4 inch. And so I did not have to lengthen the waist. I like the way where the waistline hits on me for this particular dress. Usually for waistlines, I might have to lengthen them 1/4 inch or 3/4 inch, just a little bit, not much. And so for this one, I did not have to. And I didn't have to for the Lisa dress also. And so here, that is my muslin, which I keep. Quick tip, I do keep my muslins for dresses I probably will make again in the future. So as I'm losing weight, I'll try this muslin on again and see where I need to make some adjustments and where I need to go down, probably in size. I can do that through flat pattern measurement as well. So let me get to the first version that I did, the first version. And what I will do is hopefully not be in the way, but pop up some video and photos. So here is the first fabric that I used, and again, this was 60 inches wide. So I absolutely love this color. I love that it had this darker navy in it, which gave it a little of a denim look to me. So because I had that bull denim, if you saw my stash video, I decided to make the tie belt for the first version out of bull denim, and my panel at the bottom using the bull denim. And so I absolutely love, can you see that? Love the way that turned out. And the bull denim is not too heavy at all, because I was at first worried, will it make it look draggy and too heavy across the waistline, and it's not. This bull denim is very light, and I had gotten this from Vogue Fabrics in Illinois, outside of Illinois. But anyway, so very, very, and that's when I lived in Wisconsin. And so you're supposed to do an invisible zipper. Y'all know I'm still struggling with that. And so I purposely did not try to do invisible zippers on these dresses, but I did try to, make sure I had matching zipper in the back. And so I'm getting better, even at regular zippers. And so even my husband said, when he zips me up in my dresses now, he said, you've gotten much, much better in doing your zippers. Because yeah, they were that much of a struggle, catching everywhere. And yes, I watch all the videos and everything. It's just practice, practice, practice. But these days I'm doing a lot better. If you can tell, I made sure that my seam lines matched across the back. I did short sleeves. I do not wear long sleeve anything much of, so I didn't do the long sleeve. I did the short sleeve version. The v-neck turned out beautiful, and like I said, I'll pop up pictures in the short video and you'll see it was just a really, really good fit. With those adjustments, I had a really good fit around the shoulders, around the bust area, and around the back area. Just nice and smooth. Absolutely loved it. And so this version for sure is I can wear to work and church. At least in my vision, I wear this to work and to church. And so the second version, what I did was I shortened the skirt by 3 inches. So I didn't want it as long on this one. This is a little bit of a lighter, a little busier of a print, so I didn't want as long of the skirt to be as long, so I did shorten by 3 inches. Again, that same fabric section. I thought this was very pretty, and I will wear this mainly to church. I can't wear it to work, but I probably keep this mainly as a church dress. And even the brown I got from in the quilting section and at Joann's too. So all this came from Joann's. And the zipper I used, I tried to pick a color out of the design in the fabric, so I thought that turned out really nice. And made sure my seams in the back matched up when I inserted my zipper. Told you I'm getting better with the zipper and my panel. And so again, I'll pop up pictures. But as you can tell, the fit is really, really good across the bust, across the shoulders, and it fits just really, really nice. And so I think this is, you know, there are a couple pattern companies I talk about a lot that I do enjoy because their sizing accommodates me, and that is, first of all, y'all know Cashmerette, but AKPatterns always, I never have a bad thing to say, only because as long as I don't have to do fuss with sizing and all of that different type of stuff, and I can just easily grade between sizes and do my normal adjustments that I will have to do on any pattern, I'm good to go. And those are the ones I would tend to make more than one version of, and so that's why I made two of these versions. So that is basically it. And there, I think I mentioned there will be a free video and tutorial on making the Kimberly dress that Athina will be doing. She does designate this as an advanced beginner, probably because of the zipper, and it's also, the sizing is from sizes 4 through 28, and I cut out a size 26, the entire dress. I did a 26 and then took out where I needed to with the shoulders and then the sway back adjustment. I didn't have to do anything with the bottom half of the pattern at all, because I love the way that just kind of hits where it needs to hit and drapes accordingly. So outside of that, I have no other comments or anything about the dress. It took me longer to do this dress only because of all the adjustments. It took me 4 hours probably for each dress, and because I don't sew fast, I'm not a fast sewer, but B, because of the adjustments as well, and I just wanted to try to make sure everything was cut properly and things of that nature. So yeah, that is it, everybody. Again, thank you so much, Athina, for even thinking about me and naming this dress after me. Again, it's the Kimberly dress from AKPatterns, and so make sure that you take advantage of the sale, the discounts, and you know, I've tested all of the other patterns. The only patterns I did not do are the Shiona top and the jumpsuit, but all the other ones you all know that I've made and absolutely love. Have nothing bad to say. Just take your time in doing your fitting. That's the key, is making sure your fit is good. And let me just make sure, go over my notes. Oh, one last thing before I close out. This dress will be, had I not chosen my dress already for the Little Red Dress Project, I probably would have did this dress. So it's perfect holiday dress. Make sure you look at AKPatterns Instagram page, because she'll post all the different versions, and there's some pretty holiday versions I think are great for the holidays. And I will also suggest, I didn't do it on these, but see how I serged and finished off the facing? I would do bias binding, especially if you do a holiday dress. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? You just set that those facings off with a contrasting bias binding finish. I didn't do that on this one either. I just serged them all. But yes, absolutely could be a holiday dress. By all means, shorten it if you think you need to shorten it, and the regular length will definitely be very, very cute for a holiday dress. So that is it, everybody. So there's nothing left for me to add. The belt, that was a long belt. That was the last thing. The belt on the first version, I used the length that came with the pattern. I was able to wrap that thing around me twice. It was so long. The tie belt was so long, so I shortened it probably about 10 inches on the second belt, so the second belt does not wrap around me twice, because that was a lot of turning through and everything when you're finishing off the tie belt. So I didn't need the tie belt to be as long, so I shortened it significantly for the second one. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you for tuning in today. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the bell down below so you receive a notification of my next upload. And that is it. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. You know I love chatting with you down there. And make sure that you follow and go over to AKPatterns. Follow on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. And I'll leave the link up above and down below of her video for the Kimberly dress. All right, everybody, you have a blessed week. I pray for everybody that you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving for those here in America, and that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. We sure did. Very relaxing. Went to the movies actually twice over these few days. And so yeah, very, very nice. So all right, everybody, you have a blessed week, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.